Hello everyone and welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. Just a big warm thank you if you're a returning viewer or a subscriber, and of course if you're new then welcome. So let's get straight to today's reading, I should say, and I'm sort of looking forward to this one because it's what is your higher self's message or guidance on three things really, what you need to know right now, what you need to grow, and what you need to release or let go of. And we've got four piles for you to choose from. So the first pile with the purple stone and the Rider-Waite deck. The second pile with the green stone and the Greer deck. With the third pile is also a version, kind of like a slightly different version of the Rider-Waite plus the blue stone. And let me just bring that so that you can see it, hopefully you can see it, and the Mermaid deck with the red stone. Yeah, so just take a moment as usual to go with whatever pile is calling you, and you might want to apply it to you might actually want to apply it to love, to work, or just keep it general. In what I'm doing is I'm just going to look at each pile and just look at two cards for what you need to know, what you need to grow, and what you need to release and let go of. Okay, and just to say, it's a general reading as always. Just take what resonates with you, what feels right, and leave the rest behind. Okay, so see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number one, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the little purple amethyst. I'm going to put that there, and you also chose the Rider-Waite deck. So in our reading today we are going to look at what you need to know, what you need to grow in life. So remember, it's your higher self's message to you, message of guidance, what you need to know, what you need to grow, and what you need to let go of. And if while I'm shuffling on that you want to subscribe, that would be great, because it just means that I can do more videos and it gets my message out there to you guys. If you want to leave a comment or if you want to share, then that will be very gratefully received. But anyway, let's get to it. So what does pile number one, please Spirit, can you guide me, what does pile number one need to know right now in their life? Please Spirit, can you tell me, what does pile number one need to know right now? Okay, I feel those two cards. So those are the two of what you need to know. Please Spirit, can you tell me, I think that one, what does pile number two need to grow in their life right now? What does pile number two need to grow in their life right now? Thank you, Spirit. And then lastly, please can you tell me, what does pile number one need to release or let go of? Please can you tell me, what does pile number one need to release or let go of? Ooh. Okay, so I don't need two, I just need one. Please can you guide me which one? Okay, thank you. Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So let's look at all the cards. So the first is what you need to know. What you need to know right now. Then what you need to grow. And then what you need to let go or release. Okay, so in what you need to know, you have the King of Cups and you have the Six of Cups. Okay, so what I'm feeling is, or what your higher self is telling you right now, that what you need to know is that basically, you are surrounded by love, which is a really fantastic, let me bring that down a little bit, a really fantastic message for you, pile number one. You are surrounded by love, or there is someone in your life, the King of Cups, who is offering or bringing you love. That is the other thing it could be. Somebody is coming in, maybe from the past. So it could be somebody from the past with this Six of Cups here, who's coming in to offer you love. It's kind of like a really sort of gorgeous love. The Six of Cups is something that is just so wonderful and happy and just full of joy really, and it has a sense of history and nostalgia to it. So it could be, like I said, somebody could be coming in from the past. If you're not in a relationship right now, what you need to know is somebody could be coming in from the past, from who you've known before. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's somebody that you knew before, that you were friends with, or you didn't have a hookup with, or you didn't have a relationship with, but somebody from the past is going to come in and offer you love, and they're going to adore you. I think that's what I can see here. They're going to absolutely adore you, because the King of Cups is somebody who has very deep feelings, somebody who is very loving, very caring, somebody who wants to offer you a deep, caring, nurturing relationship. This is not somebody who wants to come in and take advantage, or just come in and get what they want and then go again. This is someone who really wants to offer you something that is very, very loving. And I feel, so if you're single, or if you're not in a relationship, or maybe you are in a relationship, and maybe it's what you need to know is either you need to maybe appreciate that relationship or that situation more, maybe cherish the memories that you share, cherish what you've already built up together, cherish the longevity of the relationship. So there's something about that if you're already in the relationship, so maybe don't take it for granted. I'm not sure you haven't been taking it for granted, but just in case. So it's about that, really getting in touch. What the higher self is saying is, what you need to know is that you've got love in your life, whether you're with someone, whether you're not with someone. Love is coming in, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful energy that you can really enjoy and just revel in. Really, it's a really lovely, beautiful energy. So that's what you need to know. So again, like I say, it relates to either if you're in a relationship or if you're not in a relationship. But if you're not in a relationship, I suspect it might be something or someone coming back in from the past. So maybe an ex or something like that. But that is what you need to know right now. So what do you need to grow? So what I'm sensing here really is that maybe you have been feeling, because you've got the Strength card and you've got the Page of Cups. Okay, Strength and Page of Cups. So maybe what I'm feeling is that you need to be or grow this kind of sense of being able to receive love. That's what I'm feeling. So maybe you're someone who has maybe had a bit of a difficult time in love, or maybe experienced hardships in love, or maybe been let down in love in some way. And I think what you are being asked to sort of grow and develop is to let your guard down a little bit. I think that's what's being asked, so that you can be open to new love, the Page of Cups, to new love coming into you, and also just maybe because you've got the Strength card here, and for me this just sort of says that maybe you need to build up your strength in some way. So that's why I was kind of saying, you might have had a few knocks before. So maybe your growth is around, building up your strength, building up your sense of self-worth, building up your sense of self-esteem, building up your sense of confidence, as well as your sort of physical and maybe mental and emotional health, that you maybe start needing to do things or get into routines where you are looking after yourself. So maybe you need to grow a bit of habits that encourage you to have self-care and self-love, so that you are in that space, so that when new love comes in, you are vibrating at a high place. And then often when we're vibrating at a high place, then we really do attract in this beautiful, beautiful love, a love that is lasting. So I think what, you know, the cards are saying, or your higher self is saying, is that now what you need to grow is your sense of strength, your sense of confidence, because this has a lot of yellow in it, this card, and yellow is about confidence and feeling empowered, and feeling strong in yourself, both physically and mentally, so that you can be ready to receive new love when it comes to you, or ready to maybe just to receive new relationships, new friendships. So maybe, you know, as I said before, you know, your trust has been broken a little bit in the past. And so you quite rightly felt maybe you had to build up a little bit of a barrier, maybe in some way, protect your heart in some way. But now it's about, you know, strengthening yourself so that when those situations come along, you have the confidence and self-esteem to, you know, walk away from anything that is not serving you and that's not giving you what you know, what you deserve, what you are worthy of. You know, and in terms, especially in terms of relationships, so that you can receive new relationships, new friendships, from a place of knowing your own self-worth. So that is, I believe, what your higher self is saying to you, that you need to grow right now. So what do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? You have the 5 of Wands, and you have the 9 of Swords. So it's pretty clear here, really. What you need to let go of are, you know, all those, and we all have them at some point or other in our life, you know, but those anxieties and fears and worries, again, maybe because you've had this kind of history of possibly being hurt in the past, and when we have that and we have those experiences, we tend to, you know, it makes it harder, doesn't it? It makes it harder for us to look on the positive side of life. It makes it harder for us to trust, and our world becomes a little bit less light, if you like. So what you need to let go of is these fears, because often these fears and anxieties that you might be having right now are ones that are, you know, that are often, because these are all your thoughts, really. So in many ways this is a card of, you know, somebody, you know, losing sleep almost, feeling very stressed, feeling very worried, feeling very anxious. You know, it's time to sort of release that and let that go. And often this card as well, the 5 of Wands, is competition, this feeling of competition and being challenged. So maybe right now you're feeling challenged, you're feeling, you know, you might even be at loggerheads or having conflict with certain people around you, or with certain situations around you, and that might be causing you a lot of angst and worry. And what your higher self is saying, it's time to try to release that, try to let that go. So you might want to think about, you know, well, what can I, as we were saying with the Strength card, you know, what can I do now to try to make myself feel better? You know, what habits, positive habits can I adopt to try and release and get rid of this anxiety and this feeling of being burdened with lots of challenge, and this maybe competing that I might be, you know, doing with other people around me, or arguing or quarrelling possibly with other people around you. You know, what I think you're really being asked to do, as I said in the Strength card, is to, you know, for me, for example, meditation is something that really helps to calm and centre me. Walking, any kind of exercise, being out in nature, just doing the things that I love. So getting back into doing the things that I love and that bring me joy, so that I can, you know, build up, if you like, that account. You know, think of it like a sort of bank account. So instead of money, you're actually building up positive feelings for yourself, self-love, positive worth, happiness. So you're building up your bank of happiness, and it might be, you know, that you might benefit maybe from talking it over with a friend, with a even with a colleague, or with somebody that you trust, basically. And that might mean that you speak to somebody, I don't know, like a counsellor or anything like that. These are just suggestions. So it's really just about, you know, your higher self is asking you to release this sense of anxiety, to release this worry. And these are just strategies and tools that I'm suggesting that I might have used in the past, or that I use currently, to help me to build up my happy bank account, if you like, or my account of happiness. That is what I do, so that I then vibrate high, as I said before, because remember, this is your higher self's message to you, to be able to be the best that you can be, you know, so that I can vibrate high, and then I'm ready to attract things that are vibrating at the same in the same way that I am. You know, I'm much more likely to attract the good things if I am also in a good space myself. So pile number 1, that has been your reading. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do subscribe, hit the notifications bell so that you can be alerted to when I have my next video, hopefully offering messages of guidance, hope, support for you. Hit the like button, leave a comment. It's always great to hear from you. But anyway, I hope that was good. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So today, as I said before, we're just doing a fairly short reading, and we're looking at your higher self's message or guidance on what you need to know right now, what you need to grow in your life, and what you need to release and let go of. And you chose the Greer deck and the green stone. So I'm just going to put that there. And we're going to, get straight to it. So, if at any point, you feel like you want to like, subscribe, share, hit the notifications bell so you can be alerted to when I do my next reading, then please do. But otherwise, let's get to it right now. So, Spirit, please may you tell me, what does pile number 2 need to know right now? Please, Spirit, could you tell me, what does pile number 2 really need to know right now? Please, can you tell me, what do they need to know right now? What does pile number 2 need to grow right now? Can you tell me, what does pile number 2 need to grow right now? Thank you. And please, can you tell me, what do they need to release? Leave that. What do they need to release and let go of right now? Okay. So let's have a look. So these 2 cards are going to be what you need to know. These 2 cards are going to be what you need to grow. And these 2 cards are going to be what you need to release and let go of. Okay, so what you need to know right now is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. And strength. Okay. What you need to grow is the Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and what you need to let go of is the 5 of Cups and the Sun. So the 5 of Cups and the Sun. Okay, so what I think you're being asked to know right now is that a wish fulfillment, something that you have been dreaming and wishing for, is there on the horizon for you, because you've got this 10 of Cups card here with the rainbow, and with the rainbow it always reminds me of, there's always a pot of gold, isn't there, at the end of a rainbow. So I would say, again, because you might want to look at pile number 1 actually, because it's a little bit similar. This is emotional happiness. So this is really you needing to know, your higher self telling you that, you know, emotional happiness, even if you don't feel it right now, is around the corner for you, definitely. And that, you know, if you've been feeling, you know, if you've been feeling in some way, I mean, I think, yeah, if you've been feeling low in spirits or low in some way in terms of your, you know, your health, or in any way a bit low in spirits or low in mood, is to let you know that, you know, you are going to be feeling much, much better, emotionally much more settled and happy, and that you are going to be feeling stronger. You are going to be feeling stronger in yourself. You are going to be feeling more confident, more, I'm getting the feeling that you need to know, or that you should know, that you are a beautiful human being, and that you know, your higher self wants you to know that, you know, you should be working on or going for anything that gives you self-love and self-appreciation. That's what I think they want you to know. They want you to know that you are this beautiful person, this strong, loving, beautiful person who is, you know, going to get their wish fulfillment, their heart's desire. They're going to be feeling a lot more emotionally fulfilled and happy. But part of that is around learning as well to love themselves, to be strong in themselves, to feel strong inside and out. And I think that's what your higher self wants you to know, that you, you know, you can have this beautiful emotional happiness, but it's about working on yourself a little bit as well. So they're asking you, the message is, they want you to know that this wish fulfillment is either here now, it's just around the corner, this emotional happiness, but it's also about you working on feeling stronger, and you will feel stronger. You will feel like, you know, you will feel more confident in yourself. You will feel, yeah, because this woman here, this woman is, you know, she's just gently, look at the way she's just gently, you know, shutting the mouth of this, you know, fierce lion. So she has that courage, she has that strength, but she's doing it gently. She's doing it in a very gentle way. So you need to know that you have strength, that you are a strong individual, that you are very capable, that you are, you know, you have confidence within you. So it's maybe about, you know, really getting in touch with that confidence within you, and that will make you feel as well, I think, you know, once you tap into that, that will make you feel happier. By getting in touch with that internal strength, you will feel happier. That's the other message as well, I think, that what your higher self is wanting you to know. Now, what you need to grow, I feel, is, now you've got the Lovers and you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be, for some of you, that what you need to grow is a relationship in some way. So if you're in a relationship, or, you know, you are needed, what the higher self is saying is that maybe you need to grow that, to remember the love in that, to nurture that, because the Lovers is a sort of twin flame soulmate energy, if you believe in that kind of stuff. And to me, it is, you know, what it's saying is that now is the time for you to grow that situation if you're already in a relationship. But it's also about telling you to maybe grow the opportunities in your life for you to have relationships, for you to, so maybe, you know, you're somebody who's single at the moment and you're wondering about how you're going to go about and meet somebody. I think what your higher self is telling you it's time to grow yourself opportunities, so to put yourself out there so that you can be open and receptive to new love. And I think once you do that, then there will be choices, there will be love choices for you, because we have here the Queen of Pentacles, and of course, as I was saying before, the Queen of Pentacles is, you know, she's a very confident woman. She is, or very confident, I should say, energy. She doesn't have to be a woman, but she's a very confident energy. She's very stable. She's very secure. She knows, she's very grounded. She's got, you know, really good, you know, she's really good in her work. She is, you know, she might be a businesswoman. She is also somebody who loves, you know, has a lot of self-worth and usually looks beautiful. So maybe, again, you know, what your higher self is saying is about you growing, as I said before, your sense of confidence, your sense of knowing that, you know, you are the Queen of Pentacles, that you are, you know, you have got many skills and abilities to, you know, to, and it could be as well asking you to grow, you know, some sort of work prospects, or maybe some kind of business, you know, promotion, to put yourself out there in work. So maybe it's saying, you know, it's time to grow both career and your love life. It's time to grow both of those areas. It's time to focus and put your attention on both areas of your life, because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's, you know, who is really the boss in her working life as well as her family life. So it could also be that they're asking you to grow, you know, this wish fulfillment is about, you know, a new relationship or your existing relationships, and maybe they're asking you to grow this idea of a family, maybe you know, a long-term committed relationship which is both, you know, passionate and loving, but also stable and grounded. So maybe that's also what your higher self is telling you, that it's time to not only be confident in yourself and know that you are skilled and have all these abilities, know that you know, you need to also maybe get out there to attract love, so building yourself up to be more confident and bring in the opportunities, but also, you know, that you can, you know, build that happy family, build that happy unit, have that happy life. You know, it's about going out there and gaining those opportunities, and if you're in there already, it's about building on it. It's about building on a beautiful relationship and creating something solid and stable and sort of earthy and grounded and has longevity to it. Okay, so let's have a look to see, what do you need to let go of? Now, I think that you might have had, because to let go of, you have the five of cups, but you also have the sun. You also have the sun. So you are being asked to let go of some kind of disappointment. So the Five of Cups, you know, is talking about some kind of disappointment, or someone that is maybe holding on to some kind of disappointment and unhappiness that they have had previously, and not able to focus really on, you know, not able to focus really on what is being offered to them in some way. So it's asking you to release it, to release that, to release that feeling of disappointment and unhappiness. You know, how might you do that? So it's really about, you know, focusing, I suppose, on the good things that you have around you. What can you appreciate? What can you take hope from? What can you take heart in? You know, what gives you, what can you see in your life that is giving you, you know, giving you pleasure in some way? These two cups, yeah. So what it's asking you to do is to let go of the feeling of being sort of stuck in disappointment, or things that haven't gone right for you. It's really about letting go of that. Now, I don't know why, but because the sun is usually a really positive card, but for some reason I just keep getting the word Leo, also because you've got the lion here. So I don't know, for some of you, whether there is a Leo energy in your life somehow that you need to release and let go of in some way. So maybe something as well, because it was the sun, something that once gave you happiness and sunshine and contentment. And also we have two people here, don't we? So maybe a relationship in some way, a past relationship that hurt you, that upset you. Maybe you are being asked to release this situation which is causing you to feel a little bit stuck in that energy of the past, of what went on, something that was good for you, that did, you know, give you happiness, but it's now needing to be released, because it's time to move forward, to come out of that stuck energy and to, you know, focus on these two cups here. Sorry, I think I've changed my camera so the angle is slightly different, so apologies if I'm pointing in the wrong directions. So yeah, so that's what I think your higher self is asking you to do, to release maybe a previous relationship, an old relationship that was once good, that you're maybe still stuck in the memories of, and it's time now to focus on something new, because what you're being asked to grow is this new situation possibly, or new opportunities, new choices in love. Okay, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, you know, like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose the Smith Waite, I think it's called. It's like the Rider Smith, but it's slightly different, and also the little blue stone here. Okay, so today, just as a reminder, we are looking at your higher self's message or guidance on, you know, what you need to know right now, what you need to grow, and what you need to release or let go of. So I'm going to shuffle the cards now. If you feel like you want to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, please do. Anything will be gratefully received. But anyway, let's get to the reading. So, Spirit, can you please tell me what does pile number 3 need to know right now? Okay, that's the first one. Oh, and I feel that's the second one. Okay. What does pile number... Oh, dear. Oh, that's too many. Let's turn that over again. So, what does pile number 3 need to grow right now? What does pile number 3... Please can you tell me, what does pile number 3 need to grow right now? Okay. And what does pile number 3 need to release or let go of right now? What does pile number 3... I think that one needs to come out. What does pile number 3 need to release or let go of? Oh, I don't want 3, I just want one more. So what's pile number 3? That one there. Okay. Alright, great. So let's have a look. Let's turn them over. So these are what you need to know. These are what you need to grow. And these are what you need to let go of. So we've got these already. So this is the 7 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Swords. Okay, this is what you need to grow, which is the 4 of Pentacles and Temperance. Okay, and what you need to release or let go is the Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups. Ace of Swords and the Page of Cups. Right, okay. Right, so let's make sure that you can... Okay, so what you need to know right now is that you know, something that you have been assessing, weighing up, deliberating, wondering maybe, you know, whether it's worth carrying on with, whether it's worth going on with, whether it's worth putting any more effort into, that, or maybe it's saying that there is, what you need to know is that there is a situation that you are pondering on, wondering about, assessing, as I say, and maybe this card on its own would say, you know, this is not a time to give up. So it's a time to reevaluate and reassess as you're doing, and to maybe work out, you know, what you could do to build it up more. So maybe this card is saying it's time to not give up in this situation. That's what this card is saying. But you also have, and I feel in the previous readings I've kind of connected these two cards, but in this one I feel it's something separate actually. So there's something in your what you need to know that relates to that. So a situation that you are deliberating over, and it's, I think the message is to not give up there. But this is related to the Three of Swords, and what you need to know, I think, in here with this message is that there's something, some situation in life which needs to go, really. There needs, because this card talks about loss and separation, and yeah, loss and separation here. So there's something that you need to let go of. So there's something that you need to not give up on, but there's something that you need to let go of. So I feel like there are those are two different situations. I mean, it could be that something that you've been deliberating over is something that you need to let go of, but somehow I just feel it's two separate situations somehow. So maybe something in love that you need to let go of, and then there's something else maybe in your work, career situation, something in the kind of 3D world that maybe you've been working on towards and building, and you're just sort of reached a bit of a plateau, but you're being asked to not give up really in that situation. But in whatever relationship, maybe love situation, there is a sense of kind of loss and walking away possibly in this situation. And that's something that you may be being asked to know, that maybe it's time to call time on something as well. Okay, so that's what you need to know right now. That's what your higher self is telling you. What you need to grow, and it's interesting because it kind of relates to this Seven of Pentacles, because you've got the Four of Pentacles, is that this is about, you know, not giving up, as I said, not give up, reassessing, building, and this is growing. So it's in the growth position. What you need to grow is that, you know, is that thing that you're trying to build. You need to grow and hold on to it, to keep hold of it. I think that's what you're being asked here to say, is to keep hold of whatever it is that you are deliberating and assessing at the moment. So to keep hold, to hold on tight. Okay, to hold on tight, to keep hold of it, to keep going. And I think if you do that, it will lead to a sense of balance and calm. So if it's a situation whereby you have been wondering, you know, should I keep it going? Is it worth it? If you hold on to it, it will lead eventually to you feeling more balanced, calmer. It may also be about you, something about you needing to blend and mix things up a little bit as well to create that balance in some way. Also about being moderate, something about being moderate, and that would also go with the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles can be somebody who's very careful So maybe what you need to grow is about being sort of careful, moderate, measured, rather than spontaneous or rash or rushing into things. So maybe the sense of growth, what you need to grow is that sense of moderation, doing things in moderation, not being impulsive. I think that's what you're being asked to do there in terms of your growth. So in terms of what you need to release or let go of, so you have the Ace of Swords, okay, which is truth, which can mean truth. It can mean bringing in truth, often through information in some way. So it can also mean adversity, strength in adversity. And then you've also got the Page of Cups. So this can mean new love, new opportunities in love, a new relationship possibly in love. So what I feel you're being asked to let go of is possibly a new relationship or a love relationship that was fairly recent or fairly new, because maybe, and it might go with the Three of Swords, some truth has come to light whereby it maybe wasn't what you thought it was, and now you are more aware and have more information about that situation, and it means that, you know, you need to possibly let that situation go. Yeah, so it might have started off in a very good way, in a very loving way, but something has come to light, which, you know, some truth has come out in some way, which might have led to this Three of Swords situation about what you need to know. Or maybe there is some truth that will reveal itself, that maybe will stop you from pondering or reassessing, and it's about letting go of and, you know, that new love relationship or that new relationship in some way. It could also mean here, because Page of Cups can often mean teenagers, young people, I don't know, so maybe you are somebody who has, you know, maybe you have somebody who has a child who's growing up, becoming more independent with the Ace of Swords, becoming more, you know, clear about, you know, how they want to live their life, as teenagers often do. And maybe it's about you letting go, obviously not letting go of them, but about letting go of wanting to control their every move. You know, it's very easy, isn't it, as mums and dads or parents to you know, to want to protect them, and, you know, you're making often you're making lots of choices for them, but maybe it's about you letting go of the need to you know, control their every move and just give them more independence. It's about, you know, allowing them to be more independent and letting go, stepping back a little bit. So maybe it's got something to do with that. So yeah, so that's what I would say. It's kind of one of those two things. Okay, so pile number 3, that has been your reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and bye for now, and I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Hey, pile number 4, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose the Mermaid Tarot, and you chose this red stone. Okay, so I'm just going to put it there for you. So, as I said, our reading today is about, you know, any situation. What do you need to know? What do you need to grow? And what do you need to release or let go of? Apologies for any background noise if you can hear anything. Sometimes these things happen. And if while I'm shuffling, you know, you feel like liking, subscribe, sharing, commenting, then that would be really gratefully appreciated and received, because it just means that I can, you know, the channel can grow and I can get more of my messages out there. But anyway, let's get to it. So, Spirit, can you please tell me, what does pile number 4 need to know right now? Can you please tell me, what does pile number 4 need to know right now in this situation? What does pile number 4 need to know right now in this situation? Please, can you also tell me, what does pile number 4 need to grow in this situation right now? I'll fill that one as well. And then what does pile number 4 need to release and let go of right now in this situation? And that one, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So these 2 cards are what you need to know. These 2 cards are what you need to grow. And these 2 cards are what you need to release or let go of. Okay, so the first 2 of what you need to know is the 7 of Swords. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So that's what you need to know. What you need to grow is the Ace of Cups and the Empress. That's what you need to grow, the Ace of Cups and the Empress. And what you need to let go of is the Page of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So the Page of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Okay. Right, let's just have a little look at this. Okay, so what you need to know, I think, or what your higher self is telling you, is that there is maybe something going on around you right now which doesn't have your best interests at heart. Because the 7 of Swords can often talk about trickery, really. Somebody taking something that doesn't actually belong to them. But in this one, in this particular deck, if you look at them, they can see this broken box with all swords coming out. So there's obviously been some kind of shipwreck or something. It's obviously swords that don't belong to them, because you know they're mermaids, and they're kind of looking at it in a sort of curious way and wondering, oh, should we take them, shouldn't we take them, what are they? So it kind of leads me to believe that that you need to know that maybe what looks like trickery, or someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart, they're not that person or that situation, they're not fully aware of it. They're not doing it. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not doing it in the usual 7 of Swords way, which would be somebody to come in and take something that doesn't belong to them, and they're very well aware. They're fully aware of what they're doing. I just get in this particular situation that this particular person is maybe a bit ignorant, really. They don't really know that they're causing, that their actions would be construed in that way, or that they're causing that kind of offence. Because next to it you have the King of Pentacles, which is usually somebody who's very reliable and stable and solid. So maybe, you're in a situation, for some of you, you're in a situation, possibly in a relationship or connected to this King of Pentacles person who is normally very reliable. And I think what your higher self is saying to you is that you need to know that there's something that they're doing, or something that's happening, that is possibly doesn't have your best interest at heart, but they're not doing it then they're not doing it sort of maliciously. They're not doing it. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not trying to steal from you or take from you or misuse you on purpose. They don't. They don't have those intentions, even though their actions could be interpreted in that way or construed in that way, because their character, the character of the King of Pentacles, is to just be very straightforward and down to earth and just reliable and dependable. I mean, they're very, this kind of energy, they're not really in this kind of energy. And because of the kind of way in which this energy is depicted in this tarot deck, I just don't get the feeling that they are fully, that maybe they're just being a bit naive, but they're not fully aware that what they're doing could cause offence. They're not doing it on purpose, and I think that's what your higher self wants you to know and to be aware of. Now, what you need to grow is, so maybe, because looking at what you need to grow, this is someone that you are possibly starting out in a relationship with, or beginning a relationship, or a new relationship, or maybe the renewal of something. Because what you need to grow here is the Ace of Cups, which is often the start of a relationship or the start of love. So maybe, you were in a relationship, started a new relationship, and they've done something that you're not sure of, or that you're not sure if you can trust them. And what your higher self in that instance is saying is that they haven't done it on purpose. They're not doing it on purpose. And so in that instance, if that situation relates to you, then what you need to grow is this new loving relationship, because it has a lot of potential to be, especially as you've got the Empress right next to it. So it feels to me like this is a really beautiful. What you need to grow is this really beautiful, loving, nurturing, caring relationship where you will have the opportunity to be treated like an empress, like a goddess, and also that has potential, maybe because this empress, like all empresses, usually are just depicted as pregnant. So maybe this relationship or situation has the potential to give you abundance, and also the potential for you to be in a happy, settled relationship where you can build a family and have a luxurious, beautiful life, because the King of Pentacles can give you all those kind of material benefits that the Empress always very much enjoys. So if that it relates to you, then I think that's what's going on. But if it's it could also mean for some of you, it's about now, what you need to grow is self-love. It's about you giving yourself this cup of love, this cup of nurture, this cup of this cup of giving yourself this feeling that you are worthy of self-love, that you are a beautiful, wonderful energy that deserves nothing but the best. So maybe it's about you growing, just growing that in yourself, just knowing that you are the Empress, that you have all these beautiful qualities, and that it's about recognising that and loving yourself for it. And also maybe growing creativity and abundance, because the Empress is a very abundant and creative individual, and also cups are very creative. So maybe it's about growing the creative side of your life, manifesting creative projects, bringing creative projects into life. Maybe you are a creative, maybe you're a musician, an artist, an actor. Those are just the obvious creative types of careers, but of course we are always creating every single day with our thoughts, with our feelings. We are always manifesting. So maybe this is about asking you to grow and tap into your manifestation potential, the fact that you can manifest. You are a manifester. Okay, so that's what it's asking you to grow. Now what's it asking you to let go of? So it's asking you to let go of the need to, I think it's asking you to let go of this, maybe, because we've also got this Seven of Swords here. So maybe it's asking you to let go of feeling like the world is against you sometimes, or letting go of the need to, and you might have had a really tough situations in your life where you felt you've had to, really had to stand your ground, stand up for yourself, because you've got the Seven of Wands here, and that often means, challenges, because you can see this person, they are surrounded by all these people coming at them, really. So it's about letting go of that need to feel like you always have to be on the alert or on the defensive, because what you're being asked to grow is in, more kind of a more trusting, positive, affirming life for yourself, and let go of a sort of a feeling of having to be, like I say, defensive maybe, and on the alert, and having to stand up for yourself. It's time to release that energy, because, when you're always in that kind of state, then you often attract, you often attract that kind of energy back, energy where you do actually have to stand up for yourself. Yeah, so energy where you are always thinking that, somebody is coming along to take something from you, to rip you off in some way, or to, abuse you in some way. And it's I'm not judging that pile number 4, because if you have had tough experiences in your life, and I speak from experience myself, you can be, it's natural, isn't it, to want to protect yourself, to want to defend yourself, and to see lots of situations as a threat, as a potential threat. But it's time now to sort of release that, because, so swords, because you've got the Page of Swords here. Now swords can again often talk about, the Page of Swords can talk about lots of things, but I think in this context, what it's asking you to do is to sort of release and let go of conflict, really. Release and let go of conflict, or situations, or seeing situations where you feel, it kind of reminds me a little bit of fight or flight. So what I think with you, pile number 4, is that you've had these tough situations, and you've probably, in that, that when we're in those sorts of situations where we feel threatened, or where we feel, we have to defend ourselves, we get into fight or flight. It's a stress response, and so you are always ready to either flee or to fight, and that can bring in conflict, really. Quite a lot of situations where there's a lot of conflict, and that's tiring, and it's it doesn't give us balance in our lives. So it's, whilst at one point in your life you might have needed that, you might have needed to be that tough, or have that tough exterior, I think now what you're being asked to do is to release that, because now is a time for you to grow a sense, or your softer side. I'm not going to say grow a softer side, because you have got a softer side, you have got that softness inside of you, but now is a time to grow that and let it come to the fore, and to release this kind of protective shell that you've had to grow over your life. But it's time now to kind of let that go, really, and to not feel like you need to, in every situation, dot the I's and cross the T's. So to not you know, because this is often about checking up all the time and getting information, and so I'm just feeling that, you know, that maybe it's about letting go of trust issues, you know, releasing them and thinking, well, I can, you know, releasing distrust, I should say, releasing distrust to some degree, so that you can move into a more positive phase in your life. That area of your life where you needed to build up that resistance is now moving out of influence, and that might be why, if you are having this kind of doubt or this little nagging feeling about someone around you in a situation or a relationship, maybe that's why I was saying, you know, this person is not doing it necessarily on purpose, or they're not aware. They might be doing something wrong, but they're not doing it in a callous way, or they're not doing it in a sort of way where they know they're doing something wrong and they know that it's going to hurt you. There's a sort of level of naivety about them, really, I think, or not really properly thinking that through. But that might be the way you would jump on that, because you have had, you know, because you've had lots of people mistreat you in the past. So that, like I say, that's perfectly understandable. But I just see what you're being asked by your spirit, by your higher self, is to grow a more positive, loving, softer side of your life now. That's what you're being asked to grow, and to release, you know, to some degree, resistance and distrust, and feeling the need to, you know, check up on every single situation. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm sensing. But anyway, pile number 4, I hope that you have enjoyed your reading. If you have, like I say, click like, subscribe, press the notifications bell, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye for now.